To have the car that he spent a lot of time with and he lost and got back and restored and everything, to see all his hard work be put into that car, it's a pretty special experience.
I gave $1,100 for it. The guy was in trouble up in Oklahoma. He had 3 big trucks, and one of them broke down on him up in Oklahoma, and he had to have some money to go up and pick it up, and it was going to cost him $1,100 to do it. And so I bought the car from him that day, and I changed the exhaust out on it, and put dual exhaust on it, and chrome wheels and what have you. Fixed it up a little bit for the old fella.
When I was a little girl, he brought home a lime green car, and I thought it was just a pile of junk. And then he put a bigger engine in it, new tires, lots of chrome, and still didn't want to drive the car because it was lime green. And then Dad painted it red. And so then everybody started talking about how cool the car was, so I wanted to drive it all the time.
Poppy used to have a muffler shop in Malvern, and what he used to do is just keep and store this GTO in one of the bays of the shop. Well, he returned to work one Monday morning and it was gone.
He's a dope peddler. I guess they'd come down to Malvern. He busted into Long's down there and got some tools and stuff like that. And so in fact took bags and boxes of tools and put them in the woods that was right there behind the shop.
So it was gone for an entire year. And then somewhere in late 96 or early 97, Poppy received a phone call from one of the state troopers that he knew and said,
Hey, says, I seen the cars, it had a license plate in the back trunk, says Loy on it, you know, Loy's toy.
I said, Loy, I can't really tell you this officially, but I will tell you that the state police have got an ongoing investigation that we think we see this old green Pontiac GTO, and we're wondering if it's yours. If we go out there and you're able to identify it as being your old car, would you be willing to testify against the people that we arrest at their upcoming trial? And he said, well, yeah. They went up there, made the bust. It was his car. Like I said, we had assumed that it had been gone, but it went in and it started right up.
Anyway, I took him to court, and he got, I don't know, 4 or 5 years out of it or something like that.
The reality is that the guys that were busted with this, they haven't just used it. They were just driving around in the woods and things with it. So it had sustained quite a bit of damage.
Tell you how good a care they took care of it. It took us about 3 days, my crew there in the muffler shop, in our spare time, chipping and cleaning and getting that thing cleaned back up. It's been a fun car to have. Not anything real special, I don't guess, but I always enjoyed it, and it seemed like other people like to see it.
When his oldest grandson, Sean, turned 16, he presented him with the keys to the car.
I gave it to him when he was about 2 or 2.5 years old. I just didn't let him have it until he was 16. Oh, he was well pleased with it, and opened up all the presents and everything. And I packed the GTO down in the deal and said, got one more, Sean. Took him outside and showed him Pontiac.
A lot of these vehicles have like a life of their own. They're almost like their own entity. You know, at this point in time, it's almost 50 years old. It's technically, I guess, like a 48-year-old car. So it's like everything else. It's 48 years. It's lived a long and storied life.
When Sean first got the car, my mom and I were doing yard work, and all of a sudden I hear the car start up, and Sean was trying to drive it out of the garage, it's an L-shaped driveway. For some odd reason, Jim didn't want Sean to start the car in the garage because it had a lot of exhaust. Whenever it started in our garage, it's painted white. And he was like, you have to pull it out of the garage to start the car. So Sean pushes the car out of the garage by himself. Unfortunately, it starts on the hill and gathers momentum.
When it comes down to it, I forgot to cook the fire and cart. So I went out and tried to stop it myself. In hindsight, that was a stupid decision.
And I'm down the hill at my mom's house, and all of a sudden the car comes rolling to a shuddering stop halfway down the hill.
Of course, I got out of the way and it hit Mom's planter, and, well, it knocked over quite a bit of her vegetation. A lot of her stuff broke, and my car was fine.
Poppy was rather well known in rural Hot Spring County for liking to drive on some of the rural roads and meet up with people that thought they had some quick cars. He'd kind of show them that it wasn't as quick, theirs wasn't as quick as what they thought it might have been.
Like I was over in Oklahoma there one time, and it was the first time I'd ever seen it, big hamburgers. I pulled in there, and next thing you know, there's no room for nobody else. The kids come in there from all over town to see that car. And so when I left there, it was a string of cars left. Went up through town, turned, come back down through, and they finally went on their own ways.
It's one of those things that's been kind of a consistent thread throughout the whole family, where we've done things together, and it's been present throughout all that. In a lot of instances, it was something that unified us in doing something. Like I said, going to a car show, or just being out and meeting other people, wanting to go ride around in a convertible on a beautiful fall afternoon or something like that too.